इमरजेंसी का पुनर्जुड़ो विरोध किया, अभूतपूर्व संघर्ष किया और भारत के लोकतंत्र की रक्षा का दायित्व निभाया। इमरजेंसी का वह समय हमारे देश के इतिहास में अन्याय काल का एक काला खंड था।
To take this ahead, I'm now joined by BJP spokesperson Shaina NC and Congress spokesperson Mathew Antony. Mathew, let me come to you first. The Congress and the opposition had demanded the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker's position, and made this as a condition to support Om Birla for the post of Speaker. Why was this important to the Congress party and the opposition?
Parikshit, good evening, and good evening to all the viewers as well as to Shaina. Let us see. So the fund and
all right,
democracy.
let me go across to Shaina NC. Shaina NC, Mathew, are you able to hear us?
Yes, I am. Are you able to hear me?
All right, we're having some trouble in reaching out to Mathew Antony. Yes, Mathew, your voice is breaking. I'll ask you that again. Why was the Deputy Speaker's post so important for the Congress and the opposition?
See, the last 10 years of the Modi government, we have seen the constitution being taken for granted. Are you able to hear me?
Mathew, we'll connect you again. Our office, our PCR will call you in a short while. They'll reconnect you on Zoom. But let me now go across to Shaina NC, who is with us. Shaina NC, we had seen a lot of heated debates over the election of the Speaker over the last few days. There was no Deputy Speaker from 2019 to 2024. There was Thambi Durai in 2014 to 2019, but that time AIDMK was an ally of the BJP. Will the BJP and the NDA continue without a Deputy Speaker, or you're open to the idea of having a Deputy Speaker from the opposition?
Parikshit, first and foremost, I don't think this can be a guideline to say that, oh, you have to have a Deputy Speaker. First, congratulations from all Indians to Om Birla ji, who has not just done a phenomenal job in the previous 17th Lok Sabha, but also for being re-elected as the Speaker. And I'm glad that he cited the example of emergency, because that is something that India does not ever want to see again, and it has been a blotch in our history. Mathew ji, in his opening comment, talked about the Constitution. I just want to say that, Parikshit, of the 106 times that the Constitution was actually amended, 80 times it was amended by the Congress party. And the Bharatiya Janata Party, when we did amend, we amended purely on progressive good governance modules such as triple talaq, being respect for women, abrogation of 370 for the people of Jammu Kashmir, Nari Shakti Bandhan, which transcends all boundaries and is women's empowerment at its best, or CAA, which is imperative for our safety and security. So I would only appeal to the opposition that this is the time to discuss, deliberate on the floor of the House, have a vision plan rather than making it just about photo optics and theatrics. Because we all know that as a vibrant democracy, the Bharatiya Janata Party has got the mandate of the people, 240, as with the NDA, we crossed 300, and both the Speaker and Deputy Speaker are a prerogative of the government of the day in terms of numbers, and it is elected by a simple majority. So it does not specify a kind of time frame to say that, oh, things have to happen immediately. Right now, we only need to ensure that the Parliament functions, bills are passed, people's interest and the voters' interest is to have the opposition raise questions of contention, yes, but also to normally behave and not just be in this stalemate phase where they want to have disruptions or want to have agitations, because I think we've seen enough of that, and India's economy and India's democracy has moved way, way
All right.
beyond.
Shaina NC, Okay, let me get a response now from Mathew Antony, who is with us. Mathew, I hope you can hear us now. Shaina NC is saying that it's not necessary. It is not mandatory to have a deputy speaker in the House. How do you respond to that? And why was this important for the opposition?
Parikshit, it is 2 days back, the Prime Minister made a statement that we need to have the Parliament function as consensus. Let me also say this, that if you look at the previous governments before Modi, we can see that the deputy speaker's position was given to the people from the opposition. That is to give the spirit as well as to give the message to the people of the country that both the opposition and the government belongs to the people of the country, and it is also the responsibility of the government to consider the opposition in equal weightage, despite the fact that we are government and you are opposition. That spirit is missing. Though the Prime Minister said that, that's our leader Rahul Gandhi today said that. The Prime Minister said in words but not in spirits. And when you say that this government has a mandate, we will disagree with it, because BJP from 303 has lost 92 seats of their previous election, and they won 38 new seats. Out of that, 19 is from Odisha. And then rest of the are ones and twos from other states. So the people of India has given a miss to the BJP government or BJP party. Now they have formed a coalition government, which they forgot that they were in a coalition for the last 10 years. We also saw in the last parliament, where we didn't have a deputy speaker, and we also saw the worst happenings in the parliament, where sitting MPs were suspended and bills were passed. 20 plus bills were passed without a debate, which is against the spirit of the constitution, which is against the spirit of the country's parliament functioning. So that is the reason why we said, when we were reached out, we said that we need a deputy speaker for supporting a unanimous election in the speaker. So that's exactly what has happened in the whole parliament speaker election. And that's a duty which we have to put across for the people of India.
What I would also like to ask you.
Yes.
What I would also like to ask you, because the TMC today did not support Kodikunil Suresh's nomination, saying that we were not taken on board with this. I think while the Congress finally and some of the India Alliance players came around to supporting, or, while in the spirit of the constitution, you congratulated Om Birla, but there were parties like the TMC which said that we're going to stay away from supporting the India bloc candidate because we were not taken on board. They had also sought a division of votes, which is something that the Congress did not ask for. How do you see these differences in the India alliance?
This has come out in the public, and what has happened is, because the BJP government, starting from Rajnath Singh and other people, were in conversation with the Congress for a consensus building for the speaker election, and till the last moment there were no consensus reached upon, and there was no agreement on the deputy speaker demand which we put across. It was a last minute decision, and that is where we couldn't get the time to consult. That was openly said, and that was actually communicated to the TMC people from the Congress as well as the India Alliance partners. And we have previously mentioned also that the India Alliance partners have our political differences in the states as well as on our political functioning, but we came across to save the country from a party which was trying to put a dictatorial rule in this country. And the people of India has responded in favor to that proposition of India Alliance. So we still have our differences, opinions, and all other things like that. And in that diversity also, we are standing together. We are standing together for protecting the democracy as well as the constitution. That's exactly why you have seen we raising the constitution, the book of the constitution, across with all of the members there. So we say that it was a last minute decision, and that's why we couldn't consult. And that's exactly what has happened there. And I would also ask, Shaina, that whether the employment scenario has changed, whether the MSME issues have changed, whether the tax burdens have changed. Nothing has changed in this country. You just keep on saying that development has happened. Development has happened only for a handful of monopolists. The large part of the country. Why you are giving food free for 80 crores of people in this country of 145 crores? So we refuse the fact that the country has not developed. A few handful of people have developed. They have themselves got rich, but not all of us. And where is the unemployment? Where is the NEET issue? This government from the beginning onwards is facing.
Let me go across to Shaina now. All right, Mathew. I'll get in Shaina. Shaina, we saw Om Birla invoking the bad experiences of emergency. But I'd like to just come back to the issue of Deputy Speaker, because this is important. While the Congress and the opposition would like to have a person who is from their ranks, it's quite possible that the BJP may be wanting somebody from their own allies, like the TDP or the JDU, to sit in the Deputy Speaker's chair. Is that something that you would prefer? Is this the thinking within the BJP?
So, Parikshit, I have to respond to everything that Mathew ji said. So, please allow me just a very quick rebuttal. When 13 crore Indians get toilets, is that not development? When 4 crore women get Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, is that not development? When 11 crore women get gas cylinders, is that not development? When there are 150 new airports, top of the line, world class, is that not development? When India has 22 aims, is that not development? When you have highways which are par excellence and people are talking about it world over, is that not development? When you have 150 airports, is that not development? So please, I think the list is endless. Read the writing on the wall. The election is over. The mandate is for the Bharatiya Janata Party. And whether it's 300 or 240, victory is victory, majority is majority. So please understand, the people of India have decided to repose faith and show belief in Prime Minister Modi and the NDA. Now, coming to the other questions that you raised, I only want to say that, you spread these conspiracy theories. You keep talking about the Constitution. The Constitution cannot be changed, will not be changed, can only be amended. And of the 106 times, if you amended it 80 times, the Congress party, and if the Prime Minister and the BJP chooses to have positive reform, as a constructive opposition, shouldn't you partake in that? You are only looking at photo optics and theatrics. What is the reason to dismiss our Constitution when the Prime Minister is the one who celebrated Constitution Day, taken the preamble to students of our country, and has highlighted that a Constitution Day needs to be celebrated because India's constitution is the largest ever. And Baba Sahib Ambedkar's contribution to our country has never been dismissed. Now the opposition keeps on talking about speaker and deputy speaker. Who says that there may or may not be a deputy speaker? That is to be decided in the days to come. As of now, Om Birla ji is re-elected purely based on the numbers. And when he invokes the case and study of the emergency, that is also historic because of the date, the timeline, etc. And we all do not want India's vibrant democracy to be questioned. The Bharatiya Janata Party, when we got from 300 to 240, didn't talk about faulty
one quick question from Mathew Antony before we wrap, Shaina. Mathew?
Yeah.
So,
yes,
the BJP does not want to reveal its cards when it comes to the Deputy Speaker's position, or when it will be appointed, or who will be appointed, because, frankly, the law also doesn't give a time frame within which it has to happen. Would the Congress be open to a leader from the TMC or from some other party in the opposition taking over the Deputy Speaker's position?
Parikshit, I have to give a rebuttal to Shaina. I have to just ask Shaina whether she's open to travel with me crisscross across the country to see these toilets, see these aims, see these roads, and all other developments which they are speaking about. And if something is not, if something is not, no, Shaina, I didn't disturb. Shaina, I didn't disturb.
Please, I'd be
Shaina,
happy to take you as a tourist in your own country.
I worked in Northeast for 2 years.
Yes, so please come with us also to the Northeast to see.
So
do you not appreciate world over the respect and the development of India when tourists come and say that you have
we're running out of time completely.
Shaina, I didn't disturb.
Please, I think elections are over.
All right, Mathew, Shaina and see, we've completely run out of time. But this debate will continue. There will be a lot of issues in Parliament over the next few days that we'll have to discuss and debate in detail. We'll have Mathew, Antony and Shaina NC back with us in the next few days. But for now, I'll have to take a short break on News Center. Coming up on the other side, the CBI has arrested Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal inside the premises of the trial court in the liquor excise policy case. A discussion with Sanjay Hegde, Senior Advocate of the Supreme Court, when we return.